What is up, skate rats? So in today's video, we're just going to be talking about some things that are going on that are really awesome and some things that I kind of kept a little bit of a secret, but it's not for like any bad reason. But we're just going to start off with the first thing. So I'm going to be going to Woodward. I'm going to put the dates on the screen because I forget the exact dates. I know it's at the end of August, so it's about 3 weeks from now. And I'm going to the adult camp. And another YouTube channel I watched, they happened to get like a sponsorship, possibly a paid promotion. I don't know the details, but more or less they had a discount code that took $150 off of this adult camp. And it is 4 days and 3 nights. The lodging is included, the meals are included. And when I seen that video, I was like, you know what? Let me price this out. It's still going to be ridiculous, right? Because as a kid, Woodward was always expensive. Thousands of dollars to go to summer camp. There was no way my parents could ever afford that, even though we all dreamed about doing it. And when I priced it out, it was $350. And I was like, huh. When you compare that to like staying in a hotel or something, the fact that the lodging and the meals are included, plus you have access to Woodward, that sounds awesome. And the thing that kind of sold me on it a little bit more is it's literally like a summer camp. Even though it's only a few days, it is this just decked out in like itinerary. So anywhere from fishing to swimming to, I believe there's painting boards and stuff like that. And while a lot of that kind of stuff I probably won't participate in because I am there to skate, my main goal is to hopefully, be able to jump on some handrails. That's kind of the goal for me, but we'll have to wait and see if I can get over that fear. But I love the idea that if I were to get hurt right before, or I got hurt there right in the beginning, that I can still have fun and do all these things on this schedule. So super stoked for Woodward. And the last little bit that's even better is my friend Jacob, who's appeared in my videos before. He has been out of my videos for a couple of months because he became a groundskeeper for Woodward over the summer. And they actually allowed him to stay an additional 2 weeks until I get there, and then he's still allowed to stay in his cabin, but they're giving him the days off that I'm there, and then I'll be giving him the ride home. So super looking forward to obviously skating with my friend and having someone who already knows where all the stuff is, so I don't look as dumb. Now, the next thing I want to get into is something that I've kept a little bit of a secret that I kind of always knew was going this way, and I kept it a secret due to self-consciousness and a little bit of, self-hatred, I guess you could call it, embarrassment, which is my video part's completely done. I decided I'm not going to stop skating for these 5 sessions I gave myself left, but I'm going to work on other stuff versus specifically filming the video part stuff. And the reason being is I always knew that I would want to send this video part out to companies. And I kind of kept this a bit of a secret because part of me felt like I would finish the video part and I would watch it myself and go, this isn't even good enough to make an attempt to send out to a company. But to be honest, that's not my opinion on it. And that's not my friend's opinion on it. There are qualms I have with certain tricks, like why didn't I redo that? Why didn't I grind longer? Why did I choose to do this trick instead of that trick? But for the most part, it's actually pretty decent. Now, most of it's filmed on a tripod, and some people might dislike that. But it's just, I'm by myself 99% of the time. So after watching it back and things like that, of course I knew the first company that I would send it out to. Now I haven't gotten an answer. I'm dead serious when I say I mailed it out yesterday. I have probably a minimum of a week to 2 weeks before I get an answer, and I don't necessarily expect it to be a yes. But I did send it out to Revive Skateboards, which is a company that, like, my first ever YouTube video was We Want Revenge 1. That was the first video I'd ever seen on YouTube when I was 13. And they have been a company that inspired me. And as you guys know, I've been riding their boards for over a year consistently. Now I've ridden not hundreds. I've ridden probably like 50 to 60 of their boards before. So the idea of being flow for that company would be truly a dream come true. Now, in truth, there are 4 answers I could get. 3 of them I'm okay with. So we'll start with best case scenario. I get a message, hey Cody, we like your stuff. We'd love you to skate flow for us. We'd love to work with you on video projects. That would be top tier. That'd be amazing. Next step down would be like, hey Cody, we'll definitely flow you. We will work on projects with you. But that is, I don't know why the autofocus keeps doing that, but sorry. But we'll give you a discount, right? That'd be 1 step down, but still awesome and rad. The Last one I'd be super okay with would be, hey, the team is full. We have too many people on it. We're not looking to sponsor anybody else. But that would at least lead me into a conversation of, hey, I totally get that. That's no problem. I still want to rep you guys. Would you guys be willing to work on me on video projects? The only answer I would be upset over is no answer at all. That is, so I've filmed commercials and videos for top tier YouTube channels and companies before who have requested me to make specific commercials and ads and things like that over the years. And when I would make them upon their request, I would send it to them and they would never respond after that. And when you spend weeks upon weeks or even months putting together this stuff, it is brain melting and frustration when they don't answer you. And then particularly one of the companies, didn't answer me for months and then stole all my footage. And this is before the law changed that I could copyright claim it. At the time, it was just considered public domain. So that would be the only thing that would truly upset me, is if they didn't answer at all. Now, I have 4 deck companies I'm willing to send this out to that I think I would have a chance of writing for. Revive is at the top of the list just because I think I'm very similar to Revive in many ways. But of course, I can't speak fully on that if they would like me or not. Tier down from that, I would say, is Boonies. That's Richie Jackson's company. I take a lot of inspiration from Richie Jackson. And in a very similar-ish way, at age 30, he decided to make one last video part to see if the world would accept him. And for him, it kind of worked out in the most part. So he might be able to relate to me on some level of doing kind of the same thing at 28. Down step from that would be Heroin Skateboards. This one, and I'm going in order of most likely to say yes to least likely to say yes. Heroin Skateboards, 2 of their flow riders actually know who I am, and I've had conversations with them before. And they have taken some of my trick ideas and then put them to really good use. They're very talented guys, and they just get flowed. They're in Japan, actually. Do forget their names right now, which I feel awful. But possibly I could work that connection and maybe pick up a sponsorship from Heroin or Flow, or even a Flow package, with the potential. I think the bottom of the list would be Street Plant, which is Mike V's company. And the only reason I think that's the least likely one is because I know he doesn't have a ton of team riders. So he may look at me and go, hey, I really liked his use of this trick that I did in the 80s, but now he's converted to this. But that also might not work out. So the last thing I want to talk about in this video is the Grind King lockers are dropping on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. I should have them prior to that. Mine were sent out on Tuesday. So I'm hopeful that I get them tomorrow, but if not, I'll get them Monday most likely. Now, you guys won't see this until next Saturday, which is when my next video goes up. And we're going to be reviewing them and talking about them and all the changes they're doing. I picked a different color this time, so I'm super hyped to get those. I'm super hyped to skate those. But what I want to start working on now, and I only have a couple of months before winter, so I don't know if I'll finish it, is I want to start working on filming another sponsor tape. Now, in truth, if all the deck companies say no, then I'll probably just take that footage and use it, and then use the footage I filmed up to that point for potentially a different project. But I want to film a sponsor tape specifically for Grind King. Now, I'm not going to keep that as secretive as this video part I've been keeping, because to me, the video part, if all the companies say no, then I want to have a real release. Even if it's on my channel, even if it doesn't get a bunch of views, I want a real release of this is my video part and none of the footage has been shown before. But I want to film another one for Grind King specifically, because, and you can argue the semantics, the terminology of this, you can call me and tell me that I'm crazy and stuff like that. But right now I'm a tester for the Grind King lockers, and I am over the moon. I couldn't be happier that I'm working with Grind King in any aspect. And the owner, Donald, has been amazing to just have conversations with. He's very knowledgeable. And for someone who's worked in fabrication for a long time, we're able to have a shop talk back and forth, and it's just really awesome to do. But I would love to submit footage to potentially move up a tier in a sense. Now, the real difference between, in my opinion, tester and flow when it comes to the products themselves is I'm a tester for one particular truck he makes. So as flow, possibly he'd send me, say a set of disruptors with a set of lockers, or he'd possibly send me some hardware, maybe a tool, because they do have other stuff on their website that they make. So in a product sense, that's the only thing that would really change. And to me, that's not a big deal. Like if I get a set of hardware with a set of trucks, then I'm stoked, but it's not going to make or break me. But it's more of that level of respect. It's more of me being able to say, I skate for Grind King versus saying, I'm a tester for Grind King. And while that terminology is so slightly different, in the skate community, stuff like that does matter. And I don't want to just go to Donald and say, hey, whenever you build the team again, can I be on it? I kind of want to submit footage and go, hey, I want to earn this. So that particular stuff I probably will document, because keeping up with YouTube and doing the video part was possible and I can continue doing it, but it is a little bit tricky because right now it's 12:30 in the morning and this video goes up at 11. And I go to work tomorrow. So I need to film this now and edit it literally at work, like in the parking lot before I clock in, and then post it off of their Wi-Fi. So those are kind of like the things I'm dealing with. So I kind of want to document the whole thing, like go out and film this trick and then take that footage and send it to Grind King, because I don't want to double dip on different products, we'll say. I will send the footage out to multiple deck companies and wait for the responses. And if all the responses are no, then sending it to Grind King is logical. But I don't want to send it to Revive, Boonies, Heroin, Grind King, Street Plan. So that's what I plan on working on. Now, once again, I don't really imagine me finishing it prior to 2026, just because this summer was rough and it's still continuing to be rough. So I imagine that this winter is going to be harsh, but once again, we'll have to wait and see. But that's what's going on with me. I have a sponsor tape that's sent out, and I'll obviously let you guys know what the response is to that. I am waiting on my Grind King trucks, and I'm going to Woodward. So I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on in my life. Have a great day, and keep pushing forward, guys.